right. We are back with another live. Hey, Claudius, what is going on? Yeah, I know. Really for no reason. I guess you could say I kind of took a break. I didn't really like mean to, but it was just kind of the way things worked out, you know, real life things sometimes. But I did a live, I think it was on Sunday for my stamina machine. I put that together, but that was like a really short live. I think I only did it for like 14 or 40 minutes or something like that. And this will probably be another pretty quick one. I think it's only going to be like an hour and a half or so. Landon, what is going on? Yeah, things always get busy this time of year, you know. I have a whole video that is literally one click away from being published for the resin printer that I got, the Anycubic Photon, which that resin print right there with the pumpkin and the skulls, that's something that I printed off on it. But they haven't gotten back to me yet, and I don't want to upload it without them checking it first. Whenever I do the collabs, they always want to see beforehand, so just waiting to hear back from them, which they probably will soon, and then I can upload that. And it's actually, not gonna lie, to me, I think it's a pretty good video. I do comparisons on other printers and stuff in that video, which I liked because I feel like sometimes the unboxing videos are a little lackluster. Like, unless you specifically want to see what's going on with that printer only, it's kind of not worth it. So I kind of did like a little comparison with it, make it a little bit more worth it. So yeah. And today we're just printing off a little like angry ghost looking dude. You guys can't even hardly see the filament in the back there, but it's going to be in a matte pastel multicolor filament that I got from Shitu Box. Sent me out a while ago. So we'll go ahead and give this one a shot, see how it does. Right? Those are pretty sick. I uploaded a short too of an Insuke. I'm not sure if I'm even saying that right. I've never watched Demon Slayer. I'm pretty sure my friend told me that's how it's pronounced. It's not Inosuke. It's actually Insuke. So I did some prints of him. I did a dragon. And these quality resin prints are like really good. Also, Landon, you might want to type out your message again. I can't really understand what you're saying to me. But let me show you this dragon. If I can find it. Where did I put that thing? Oh, here it is. Dude. This is the dragon that I printed off. And this thing came out like incredible. And the coolest thing is this is just this is actually like a water washable resin, so I didn't even have to use any alcohol to clean it. Thing came out sick looking. So let's see how it turns out. God, this first layer is rough. I might have to recalibrate this printer. Haven't used it hardly. I've been using mostly my S1 and Centauri. They're just quick and easy to set up and get going. Right? Yes, that's what I was thinking about. It does kind of look like Spyro. My shaky table. You guys see the pumpkin rolling around? I hope that doesn't roll off. That thing will shatter. Oh, okay, you're gonna get a Centauri Carbon? Nice. That's a good move. And plus, I've been so out of the loop. Is it just me? Or has it seemed like the 3D printing community not even the community, but more like the companies have just been like nonstop. I can't even keep up anymore with what's going on. I feel like as soon as something big happens, like every company's got some big news. It's just been a lot lately, especially like Bamboo released like what 3 printers in a year, and they didn't release anything for like 2.5 years after the X1 Carbon, and then you got all the rumors about the Centauri Carbon 2 and the multi-filament system for that. What's going on with that? Then you got Snapmaker came out with something, and MakerBot is supposed to be having something, I think, or something, and then Anycubic has something coming out, and they're looking for beta testers, which I'm trying to be one of them because that'd be sick. And it's just like an abundance of it's like the phone height. Yeah, I know, right? Soft Ink, welcome to the stream. I appreciate your comment. I think you're giving me a compliment. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's just a lot of info, and there's a guy on YouTube that does only like. Yeah, same. Yep, I totally agree. It's getting to be, I wouldn't say too much, but like, um, there's definitely a big variety of printers out there now, and everybody's. I feel like they're trying to go for like a change again. I think everybody has got their version, or at least some sort of variation of their own Centauri Carbon out, or I'm sorry, X1 Carbon, and now they're all trying to be unique again. So everybody's starting to like innovate a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Honestly, the best looking thing for me is the Snapmaker. Obviously, that thing looks sick. If I were to get anything else, it would definitely be that. Yeah, the S1 Pro. It's looking like a bigger version of the S1, right? It's kind of what they've been showing off. They keep saying something big's coming. Their little play on words. All right, I appreciate it. Oh my god, if the S1 Pro, if that came with dual nozzle, yeah, that would be dope. I'm getting kind of tired of normal multi-filament printing. I think that's definitely something that's going to be obsolete here pretty soon, which is so crazy to think, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not efficient. Been doing a lot of multi-filament prints, and it's just so much waste. It just doesn't even make sense to do that anymore. It makes so much more sense to go about, um, you know, just having more nozzles on it. I mean, it's a whole system that they don't even have to include anymore. Held Sneeze. What's going on, dude? Oh, you watched my Bugatti live stream? Nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if they keep up with like the current trend of when they're making their printers, trying to make them more for one thing, user friendly. I seen a video of a guy talking about, I think it was the newest Chitty machine, Chitty. I don't know how to pronounce it. Um, and he's like, you know, the fact that like because like a lot of these machines are Chinese or something or other, and he's like, the fact that these machines don't even have like proper English, and it's kind of like hard to understand what the printer's even like telling me to do. It's just stupid at this point because they were able to do that 10 years ago. So like, why is it now you got machines that are you can't even understand what it's trying to tell you when it comes to like installing things or doing the initial setup or whatever it is. And I don't even know where I was getting with that. I'd be rambling and my tables be shaking and I don't even know what's going on. Look at the resin print. I had it the skull's face in the front the whole time, and then now it's in the back. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Bamboo set it so high, and every company's now just trying to make a cheap, not cheaper, but I guess more affordable version of what they kind of outlined as what should be the norm for consumer 3D printing. I gotta admit though, like I was watching a video yesterday that a YouTuber posted, and he's like, you know, I have all these different machines because he's a big 3D printing YouTuber, and um, he's got like you know every single type of machine pretty much, and he's going through the list, and he's like, you know, the S1 is good, the Centauri Carbon's good, but like, why would you get them over a Bamboo? But like the price difference, I mean, especially considering you can. I had a guy comment on one of my videos the other day, and it was about the comparison between the um, what video was it? The S1 and the Centauri Carbon that I made. And I did a comparison video, and practically all I did was compare features and like, you know, what the abilities of the printer are in terms of multi-filament or what types of filament they can print, which one comes with a filter. Like I was comparing literally like the printers themselves and what one would give you over the other and which one you should buy in terms of the features that they include. And somebody gave me a comment saying that, you know, this video was stupid because I should have compared test models and, you know, ran a bunch of speed tests on both of them and stuff. And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, most of these 3D printers are pretty equal at this point, and anybody that tells you otherwise is just lying. Um, I went to an event like 2 weekends ago where they had a bunch of vendors, and you know a lot of people do 3D printing now, and they'll do like all the flexi toys and stuff like that. And this lady was there, and she had a really nice setup with a lot of 3D prints, and my girlfriend had asked like, "Hey, what 3D printer do you use?" And she said she had Bamboos and Prusa's, and that's all they use. And yeah, the prints are amazing, but I mean, it's not like they're invisible to the normal nature of 3D printing in terms of what you're going to see with like layer lines, and some of them had like top layer extrusion issues and stuff like that. But you'd never notice unless you were a freak like we are with 3D printing. And I think it's just a little ridiculous to say that, you know, why are you buying a $500 printer, which obviously that's all that some people can afford because these things aren't cheap. And why aren't you buying a, you know, $2,000 printer? So I think, especially with YouTubers, I think they just get a little bit too forgetful about what it's like to start in a hobby sometimes, and how it was whenever we bought our first 3D printers, because nobody wants to just go out and spend thousands of dollars on something, especially if they're not going to make a ton of things or don't have an idea of what they want to do with it. They just kind of want one because it's cool and they heard you can print off things. Not everybody's going to use them as much as they do either. I know people that have them and they use them as like a very rare tool. Like they use it every once in a while when needed. They're not using it every day to make a bunch of stuff. So I kind of want to make a video on that, kind of explaining how I think you should go about, not only for beginners, but also vets, like how you should go about buying a specific 3D printer and not base it off of the quality at all. Because at the end of the day, in some way, shape, or form, if you've at least studied the hobby or are able to follow simple instructions, you should be able to get the same sort of quality that everybody else gets. You know, anything that's come out within the last 2 years is going to be pretty good. I just did a lot of talking. Sorry. What are you guys saying to me? Yeah, I'm only using the printer. I don't got the Ace Pro hooked up here. I got both of my Ace Pros hooked up to the S1. Oh yeah, definitely. I like Claudia said, I got the Mac Mini and that thing with the M4 chip handles everything like a breeze. All right, Landon, I'll see you later. Jacob, what's my opinion on the Elegoo Centauri Carbon? I love it. It's dope. Ooh, that's nice. Hey, Speed Demon, do you got like a whole like what do you call it? Model printed out for it? Danuta, I hope I didn't just butcher your name. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yep. Sue, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I think about getting a cheaper printer. It costs like $200 for small things. Yeah. Centauri Carbon is cheap, or just the normal Centauri is good enough too. What's the best setting for Anycubic Cobra 2s? Eli, I've never used an Anycubic Cobra 2, so I couldn't tell you. Sorry about that. $85X, that's a good is that their new one? I hate the way that 3D printing companies name their stuff, dude. They're so annoying. Like, there's so many companies out there, and it's like, you know, they make different models and stuff, so it's kind of hard to keep up with all the different ones. I couldn't even tell you which ones are new or which ones aren't new anymore half the time. Centauri, Centauri, or just go on Elegoo's website and you'll see it right there. The 5-axis printers? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot you were telling me about that a while ago. When are those coming out? Who's even been talking about that? Because I haven't seen nothing, unless that's something completely new company is making. And what would the advantage of that be? Like, what would that do? Because everything's 3-axis. So what would the other two be? What would the other? What other two angles would it take though? Or would it even like? Oh my god, that is the longest name I've ever seen. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Is there like 3 people sharing that account? That's got to be the longest name on YouTube, I think. That's impressive. Imagine that being your favorite YouTuber. The 3-axis is like a standard one. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, I see what you're saying. That'd be dope. Oh, it's your school and class. That's awesome. That's so funny. I was like, this got like 14 people sharing the same account or something. The Guinness World Record of the longest username on YouTube. Uh-oh, something just fell down. Okay, have a good night. Thanks for joining in. That's right. That's what you were telling me. Okay. So the actual print head in bed can swivel too. That's what it was. Okay. God, that'd be some crazy stuff to watch, wouldn't it? That'd be insane. Those things can't print that fast then, right? They definitely have to like slow down on those angles. I wonder what that would do. I wonder what like if if you were to like print something off on a 5-axis 3D printer, what would that do for like any sort of like top layer roughness or anything like that? Would it like completely get rid of that issue because you're not really like you understand what I'm trying to say? Like you're not printing on nothing anymore. If it's able to print in a certain direction like that, it shouldn't have any issues with like top layer. Um, how I get those like rough top layers on like my cars and stuff because the weird settings that I do. It would like completely get rid of that issue, wouldn't it? That's sick. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Oh, the Flash Forge. I don't think I said anything on it, but I've never used it. But it seems like it's a pretty amazing printer. But yeah, that would be sick. That'd be crazy to watch. Yeah, yeah. Adaptive layers or you know different things like that can sort of help with that for sure. I just need to get looking more into those. I was actually trying to find that the other day for one of my printers, adaptive layers. I don't know if it's on every slicer though. Oh yeah. Oh that'd be sick. I dude, could you imagine watching your print head being like full 90 degrees sideways on the outside of your print, just going around it, smoothing it? That'd be nuts. That'd be insane. Mark, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right? Dude, that'd be so sick. Rough top surfaces. Try to add more top layers. A little bit more infill, and also I'm forgetting something. Maybe make sure that your ironing is off because sometimes that gives top layer issues as well. And shoot, I'm forgetting something. Somebody help me out. I know there's like one more fix for like rough top layers. I can't remember what the last thing is. Yep, this is a Cobra 3 from Anycubic, version 1 specifically. Pretty crazy. You got this printer too. Nice. And yeah, definitely the that'd help with a lot of things, especially too, like, I don't even know what you would call it, but like, you got like your layer gaps that you can have randomly. It doesn't really happen too much on some printers anymore, but sometimes, like, especially tall prints, they can get weird like Z gaps for some reason. Probably help with all that too, because it would just eventually just melt and fuse everything together. Now, you think you would have to do that with between every like between every layer, or would it be able to do it at the end? Or I guess you could probably choose, but it'd probably depend more on like what uh what it is that you're printing, literally. Yeah, moist filament could do it too. If you get too much moisture in your filament, that could be an issue. That's the most annoying thing about 3D printing is you could think that your printer has an issue, but the whole time it's actually just your filament. I wouldn't say that that would give you an issue though if it's happening all the time, but it might just be a setting. Yeah. Let's take a look at how the stream's doing so far. Pretty decent, about as much as I thought I was gonna get. What is the mileage for my printer? I think this print. I don't know. I could check it. I don't know if I can see it on my on the computer anywhere. No, it doesn't say. I know. I think I have at least maybe 700 or 800 hours on my 3D printer. On this one specifically. I've also had this for over a year, and I literally print every single day. So do I remember you? The name doesn't ring a bell. Your picture looks like Hero Brian, which if you are, get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, see that's the thing too, especially when you're trying to fix your printer and nothing's wrong with it and you just keep checking 100 different things. The worst case that I ever had of that was like 6 months into the Cobra 3, like right before they released the V2, they had a thing where it was having issues with the firmware not auto leveling the bed correctly. And I was taking apart like, the bed itself and like all these different parts of the printer, like ripping things apart. And I was looking it up, and people are like, "Yeah, like you just can't. That's basically broke until they release a new firmware, or you go back one." I'm like, "Jeez." The rail for the 3D printer. The rail? What rail? I feel like I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it kind of is ringing a bell. Uh. Oh yes, yes, I remember you. Yeah. Oh yeah, the cool like chain thing for this printer for all the tubes and cables on the side. Yeah, as you can tell, I never did it. Yeah, the chain leak. Yeah. What plastic am I using right now? This is PLA, but it's a matte pastel multicolor PLA. Kind of hard to tell. It's very subtle changes, but at the end, when you see the ghost, it'll be pretty cool. I'll be back in just a second. All right. I am back. See, I like to see when you guys are talking amongst yourselves because then I don't feel so bad when I miss on things. Like, oh my god, I got a bunch of chats, but nobody's talking to me. Unless you guys need my help. Dead Card, what's going on? Dib C, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Going for about 46 minutes so far. I think we're doing pretty good. Hey Blake, what was I gonna ask you? What's the issue? What is it? Doesn't lay test strips. Prints are inconsistent. What printer is it? Yeah, it made sense. I see what you're saying. What printer do you have? When's the last time you did an update? Okay. Have you tried to just like factory restore it? Like back to factory settings? Well, it's just weird that like you're not getting a test line anymore. Oh, you did reset it. Yeah, that's funky. Also, the nozzles are not bad to replace on those. Your front of your extruder head is just a magnet, and then you just pop out the old one. In fact, it's so easy that if it bumps into something, it might pop it out of place automatically, and then mess up your whole printer. Yeah, that's what I would start with. Yep, that's true. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. What kind of a toothbrush holder is it? I got a toothpaste dispenser that looks like Shrek taking a dump on your toothbrush. I'm sure you guys have seen that. It's like all over the place. The coolest thing is the lid, though, for the Shrek toothpaste dispenser because it's Donkey's face. You put his face in his butt. You made an actual toothbrush? What is the bristles made out of? You know what's so annoying is it's Unique Prince or Claudius. He makes the coolest things. Like he actually makes them. Like he's not like just printing stuff like I am. He actually. Oh, you made an actual tooth. Why was I thinking you meant toothbrush? So you made a toothbrush holder. Okay, I see. Never mind. I was about to be mind blown because I didn't even know that was a thing. That would have been cool though if you made a toothbrush, dude. A 100 millimeters. What do you have? Oh, okay. What's your question? Ask away. Don't even get me started. Why you gotta show off like that, dude? It's like, yeah, I can make a toothbrush if I wanted to. I just don't feel like it. What are you saying, Dead Card? You got what? Do I want to see what? So all you got to do after you take apart your Ace Pro, that comes with the little mount for the back, and all that does is slide into where the screws are. So you just slide that part in for the filament holder, and then you just take the single Bowden tube that it comes with and put it in the solo slot. So there's two like parts where the Bowden tubes can go. It's either the four or there's just the one, and you have to use the blue clip. And whenever you plug that in, you can just run the filament through it, and the Bowden tube doesn't actually lock into the extruder head. It just kind of sits where the filament goes into, and then when you that little tab on top of the extruder assembly, if you like pull that to the right, you can feed the filament through, and then once it catches, it'll recognize that there's one filament roll in there. Jared's tech support, what is going on? Nice, got the K2 and the K1 series going on. Nice. Creality's got some good printers with those. They needed that. Goodness. Oh, you make trading cards. That's cool. Alex live singing. If you want to talk about designing, that's Claudius's forte, but Tinkercad is free. And like Mesher and what was the other one? Can't think of the other one. But yeah, I'll see the trading cards. If you go a dead card, I don't know if you're subscribed or not, but if you go to my channel and go under the community tab, you can actually like upload pictures, so you can show me the stuff that you're making and stuff like that, and then everybody else who's subscribed can also see it. Yeah. It's expensive to just export it? Where did you make it? What app is good? Tinkercad? Not actually an app, though. It's actually a software. Well, it's kind of like... Actually, I think there is an app for it, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we got about 3 minutes left on this print. If you're asking me which app you would do I think would be better to like stream on, probably Twitch. But you kind of need a following for Twitch, so Instagram might be a better start. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out after the stream. Got about 10 layers left. Is there an update? All right, I'll have to check it out. I know there's an update for this machine as well that I need to do. You guys can see from here just how smooth this print's about to come out too. There we go. Go ahead and pop this out. That is a terrible first layer. You guys see that? I'll definitely have to recalibrate my printer. It's been a while. Dang, that looks awful. Anyways, we're not looking at the bottom, are we? So there we go. We got the little Halloween print of the month, I guess you could call it. Didn't do a lot for the month of October. So figured I had to get something in there for Halloween, and this little ghost was a neat little print, part of the Halloween contest on printables. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the live stream and you'd like to see more 3D printing content, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all in the next live stream.